Hi, I'm Mehdi, and today is Saturday 11th of January 2025, and so it's the weekend, and we're gonna try to finish one of my unfinished projects that I've had for like a year and a half, and we're gonna try to finish it this weekend and actually launch it. Because us developers always have 3, 4, 5 projects that we never finished, but we are dying to, and I don't know why we do that, and I'm trying to fight that in 2025 and actually build and publish apps. Actual ideas I had in mind. So let's try and do that. Let me give you some context about what the project is. So we're just at the start of this new year, and we're all in our new resolutions phase, right? And I've always liked to monitor my metrics in a sense. Let me explain. When you really have a short attention span, you don't really notice when you progress because you don't take metrics, you don't write it down, it's not real, and you don't really feel it. And there's a saying that says if you track it, you can grow it. I don't know if that saying goes that way, but in a sense that's it. I remembered what the saying was. It was if you can measure it, you can improve it. So yeah, not grow it. Whatever, let's get back to the video. And back. And one metric that I've always needed to track, and especially in 2024, is my health metrics. Because 2024 was a really slow year for me, it wasn't really productive, didn't work out at all, and I took on a lot of weight. And I didn't really see that way at first because, I didn't track it, and until I noticed I got, a lot chunkier, I didn't really see it. So I really needed to have a visual and, kind of see where I'm going at with my weight, my body fat, etc. And one tool I use a lot to centralize all of my data is Notion, obviously, as many of us do. I try to make it as simple as possible and not overcomplicate it, but yeah, I use Notion a lot. And I wanted to have my body metrics directly inside of it. And I have those little smart scales that, they send your data to Apple Health. Since it only lives on the iPhone, there was no way to directly synchronize it with iCloud or something like that. And here I got the idea for Health2Notion, which is today's project. It's a really simple app that allows you to synchronize your data directly from Apple Health to Notion with a single click. I really wanted to start this new personal brand, this new year of making apps, etc. with this project because it's not the hardest project to make and it can actually get me going to the next bigger project. So the app is really simple. It allows you to choose what metrics you want to synchronize into Notion, and you choose a page to synchronize to into Notion, as always, and it just does that. The first version is gonna have it directly as a button in the app. Then I'm gonna try to build widgets and maybe even a live activity. And I started the prototype of this app in September 2023. It worked good, but it's not really scalable because it was really bad file organization, not really good code, all in JS. I use React Native to build my apps, and I wanted to recreate it in a more cleaner version, kind of in TypeScript and with a lot of code skills I learned over these last 2 years. So the first step is recreate the prototype I had in a cleaner repo with better code and better preparation for a more production use. So yeah, let's start with that. Alright, so I did a bunch of coding, and right now let me show you what kind of state the app is in. Alright, so I'm reinstalling the app on the simulator to show you the whole process of how one might use Health2Notion. So you get on this page, you click on accept permission, which allows me to read the health data. And for your information, all of the data doesn't go on any of my servers. I do not store it. I only use the Notion token that you will approve in a moment to get the data from Apple Health, which is on your phone, then send it directly into Notion via the Notion API. So let's go and allow all of them. Alright, you can see that it is allowed. Click to set up. Here you can allow, and here you can actually choose what kind of pages you want to use on the app on, which will be the page where the database will be created. That's what you do right here. So I'm gonna select this page right here, which I created, which it's just an empty page with an icon, you know. So I'm gonna do allow access. It's gonna redirect you into the Health2Notion app. I've used deep links to actually be able to do that. So if you go right here, you can see that this setup is engaged. You must select a page to be able to save the data, because if you go and do load more pages, you can see that you can select more pages. So I did this little selection section to actually allow you to select only one, right? So if I save the page, I can choose what kind of metrics I wanna save. So for example, if I go and do step count, active energy burned, let me just go quickly on the active energy burn, because I don't think I have any of it in this simulator, because you know it's not my real data here. Let me just activity, active energy. Right, I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. So if we go back on the app here, you can do generate databases, and it's gonna, you know, create the pages. I only have these 4 metrics right here because I'm testing the code, but it's made in a modular way when I can, you know, just add other metrics here. I might do it on a server sometime soon so that I can be able to track and, you know, deploy some new metrics on the fly. But for now, it's hard coded in the app. So if we go and do generate databases, you will see that it will create step count and active energy burned. All right, and also if you go right here, if you close all of this, I made sure that the process is saved. You know, you will see that everything is saved. Yeah. So if we do go to dashboard, it will finish our setup right here. And for now, we only have a sync button. We will have a settings button that will allow us to choose what kind of metric we wanna synchronize and in what kind of. Let me rephrase. We will have a settings page where we can choose what kind of metrics we synchronize and in what way, because I have daily, weekly, and monthly synchronize. Let me show you what that means. If we do sync data, let me go to the step count. If we do sync data, you will see that it generates us normally 3 inputs, which are, let it finish. It's kind of slow, I will optimize it later, but all right. So we have the weekly input of step count on week 2, which is the week 2 of January, and we have 2 daily inputs. The settings will allow us to choose whether we want weekly or daily or monthly. And if we change something here, for example, we add a new number and we do sync data, now it will overwrite. It doesn't create new fields. It actually knows with the name what kind of field already exists in the DB. So yeah, that's the state of the app right now. I'm gonna try to implement the settings and add some more metrics that we can use, and yeah, that's actually good for what we have today. Let's keep going. Alright, so I just finished coding the settings, and now we can actually choose what time frame we need our data to be synchronized on. We can choose daily, monthly, or weekly, not exclusive to one another. And it's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna try to do some kind of vlogging series of me building apps, not necessarily over a week, maybe I'll change that. And the next steps are gonna be finishing those little details on This app is not meant to be a full production build. It's meant to be an alpha release, beta release, where I'm gonna send it to the newsletter subscribers. And since it's gonna take some time to actually be live, if you wanna join, click on the link in the description to join the newsletter. And so the next steps are gonna be that, and recoding the website, redesigning the website. It's really empty right now. I don't really like the state of where it's at. So I'm gonna add a better website. Add some sections. For example, I wanna add a feature section where you can recommend some features, or issue tracker where people, if you have an issue on the app or some kind of problem, you can directly input it into the website, and it's gonna be on the app as well. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked this project. If you did, give it a comment, tell me what you thought about it, like the video and subscribe for more content like that. And yeah, see you next time.